Today is Friday, January 23rd. It's 2:30 p.m. And yeah, let's jump into the recap for today. So on the PA up here at the top, I have 142. Whoopsies, let me fix that real quick. All right, we got 142 on the day on the PA. Right here, 142. And then on the evals, I have 227, 227, and this one only has 29 because of yesterday's stupid shit, but all good. But jumping back into the trades for today, on the PA, took two trades. One of them was a loss. One of them was a win. Let's get right into it. So starting off on the higher time frame, what did I see at market open? Well, market open was right around here. I wonder if I can show it easier on TradingView. Yeah, a little bit. All right, so market open was right around here. So market open, we had a double bottom from London to New York, and there was draws above both at London high, Asia high, and previous day New York. So I was thinking, okay, we're probably going to come up and sweep these highs and do either like an MSS to come lower, or on top of that, we had higher draws over here with this huge gap to be filled. So what ended up happening was we came up and filled this gap, which is honestly a huge 1 hour gap, as well as a 15-minute gap. And I ended up taking a long way up here at the top as a continuation model. So I took that on the 1 minute, I believe. So it was a 1 minute, price pushed up super high, came down, tapped into this gap down here. So 1 minute gap, and then we bounced off of it very aggressively. And so what I saw was, okay, we made a huge V-shaped recovery, and it looks like we're just gonna continue higher into, like, this area back above, which would be at 25868. And so 25868 would have been this area right here. And so that would have been previous week New York high. And so I can just show you on here. So we had this V-shaped bounce, boom, into this 1 minute gap right here. And so what I ended up doing is I went long right there off of this break of this 1 minute gap. I didn't get the best entry. As a matter of fact, I had a 10-point entry lag or delay because the contract sizing over here in Top Step was wrong, and I have limits for my contract sizing to prevent me from over risking. So it was a good and a bad thing at the same time, but got a late fill at 25816, which was, yeah, right up here at the top. Whoops. Yeah, so I got in like right here. And then what ended up happening was we didn't break any new highs, nor did we break this 1 minute gap right here. So it was a failed break, and we just ended up breaking down again into this area right here. We tried again, failed, and then I ended up getting stopped out at 806, which was, yeah, basically just got stopped out really quickly. I think I closed the trade on purpose because I saw that we got this failed breakout on the first time, so it wasn't even a big loss. I just saw that nah, it wasn't happening. The trade that I did take was again in this same area, but it was to go short. So why did I go short? Well, we had this big move up already. Huge move up. And I was kind of waiting for shorts all morning long. And so since I got this failed continuation breakout to go long, and I saw that it was rejecting off this kind of trend line, I went to the 1 minute again, and I saw that we had this 1 minute gap right here that we not only bounced off of once, twice, but on the third time we broke through it. So once we broke through it, I felt confident enough to target draws lower. So the initial draw was right here for, I think it was 20 points, 15 points, and then the second draw was at these lows right here. So it would have been right here for 60 points, or I think it was 76 because I got in on the break. Yeah. So I got it at 754 on this 1 minute candle that came down. So 52, 54, 75. So right here, let me see here. Would have been something like this. Stops were, I believe, at the high of this area, or they could have been up here, something like that. One of those two. And I just targeted this draw down here. And so how did I manage it? Well, I waited for price to have a good flush down right here, and then I moved my stop to break even right here. And then I was watching price move as it was breaking these gaps right here. So price was a little iffy right here, but it was unable to break back up into this gap right here. And so that's why I moved my stop to break even, because it was still safe and above that gap. And so as price was continuing to go lower on the smaller time frame, like the 30-second, I saw that we had an SMT creating lower highs, and so that gave me also confirmation that we were going to continue lower. Also, there was a smaller time frame gap right here that we were failed to break and hold above with no candle closes. So smaller confluences like that tell me we're going to keep going lower. Boom, we flush lower and tap right into TP at this draw down here. Somewhere down here is where I took profits. Boom. And then again, there's a final fair value gap on the smaller time frame. Yeah, right here. Boom. I think it's 30-second. So right in here at 703. Where is it? 703. So 703 is where I got out because I moved my stop down, and I must have gotten wicked out with this wick right here. So stop was above, I got wicked out for, that trade was for 142. Or I think it was for 227 because of that loss, so 142. And then I wonder if it'll show my eval trade. Right, so here's my eval trade. Took 5 cons, went long. I think it was on a, we had a gap right here, 15-minute gap from, what did I get, 90.75. Yeah, so I basically took a long off of the break of this 15-minute gap, targeting, again, draws higher. So this was before the market even pushed up. and I got out at 7:11. So it'd have been something like not a huge trade. It's for like 23 points. That was the trade I took on my evals. It was like a little 1-to-1 right there. Yeah, I really caught that move up. Boom, got stopped out at break even. Or I wouldn't say break even because I took profits, but you get what I'm saying. And then of course market decided to just shoot to the moon. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop rambling there. On the evals, I'm up 1,227 on the day for 2 of them, and then the other one I don't know, I'm just clicking around at this point. Who knows, man. I'm gonna end the video there, but drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys Monday. Deuces.